Jayesh, you also can record. Okay, we'll start now.
Sure.
So basically, we are talking about last time object-oriented programming, right? Guys, I'm sharing my screen. If you're not getting, let me know. Okay. So I'm talking about object-oriented programming. So in that, what we learn object-oriented characteristics and basic concept. The conceptual part we learn. Now this time is we need to go with a practical things. In uh, practicals, we will focus on the things which is very important in Python, especially like modules and packages, modules, and other stuff. So remember, from here the hierarchy will goes like this, and classes, and then in classes we have functions, or you can say method, and from that method you can call your functionality. So if you want to call the method, you need to follow the hierarchy. This is the hierarchy, and here we have object as well. So here object we have. So today we will see the concept of modules concept. Okay, modules and packages concept, how we will implement and how we will create it. So we will do whatever we are doing in object oriented features, whatever we are doing, same thing we will apply here. But instead of that, we'll create a class, or and we will access this class out of the file. Okay, so let me try with one example here. So we have one class. In that class we will do some operations. We will perform some operation on that class, and that operation we will use it for another purpose also. So let me try one example here. So it would be good. I'll create one. I created one folder, and from that folder, here I'm creating one file. Okay, module define, like that. I given the name .py, extension should be py. So here I will define the module, and after this I'll create a function, and with the help of this function I will apply it into somewhere else. So here we will write some basic functionality, like print, very basic, welcome to my module, like that we will see. Okay, simple message. This message, how it will run, with the help of command prompt we will write. uh, we will write here python, and the module define name. You can specify any name here. I'm specifying this name for better understanding, and then I will hit enter. So I'll get whatever I have program written. I have written the instruction in that. Okay, now with the help of this, we will call our method by writing the name. Means how we will use the definition here. So we define here, and again we will create one another file here, which is called module call. You can specify any name. Call also is easy. For better understanding, I'm writing this name, and in here I want to call that method. So I'll write import, and the file name is what? Module define. This is my file name. This name should be equal to whatever we have here. So I will copy here, and I will paste it to here. So this is very important. And then you just execute this file. Which file? Call module. So I'll write here python call module, and enter. So I'll get same output. So here I'm not writing anything, but I'm getting the output from coding instruction from here to here by writing this line. So this is very important line, and we need to know about this line. So that's why we written import and then module name. This is your module name. Remember, this module name will execute whole thing from this file. Now come to the little bit advanced. I will move to one function, this thing. Now I'll try to that write a function def f1, and that's it. Now here, if I want to execute this function, I need to write a code. For that I will use the function name and then method detail about that. So I'll write here f1, and then open close bracket. Let me try uh, python call module. Oh, sorry, f1 is not defined because we not return this thing here. Yes, so here we will get output because module define is a class file name, you can say module name, and this is your method, your function. So if you want to call the function inside that module, you will use module name, then function. Remember. Any question, guys?
Even you can create an object for that particular
Yes,
function,
yes,
right? Yeah,
yes, yes.
anything is same, like basically like create an object for that particular function f1 and then print that object, right?
Right, right. That's correct. But I'm going step by step. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm focusing on first basic statement, then for function, and from that function I will move something more. Okay. So we'll try same thing whatever you are telling me. We'll do one thing. We'll apply this thing into our function, and let me tell you, there is some libraries available in Python which will help us to create a function with different format. Like here I'm creating one function. So instead of writing this whole thing, what I will do, I will write imp, means importing that package name, and then module name also is possible. So I'll let me tell you the syntax. We can follow the syntax, or we can directly write import. Remember, there are two things: from keyword and import keyword. Two things, confusing term, but remember, from is basically showing the path. It will show the path, and import will come here. Remember, import will come here, and here we will specify module or object or anything. So this will include in our code here. Remember, here it will include, and we will use these things directly. We can access this thing here in our file. So here it will be path. Basically we will write a package name or class name, and here we will call particular thing inside that. So I'll go in detail about that function. So suppose we can write a function method by writing sometime from, and then module name is file name, import my object. This is also possible. That means from this file, how many objects I have, from that object, my object I want to call. Another example, from module, my module name, whatever module name you have, means file name, and then import, and then star. That means all objects from that class. Another example, from, or directly import, and then object, my object I want to call. So this means I'm trying to call all things from there. So what is the benefit of this thing, which will help us to reduce the memory space? Remember, this is not recommended. We will follow always line number 10, particular object, whatever object we are using, we will follow that thing. So what is the benefit of this? Can you tell me? I just guessed. Because a specific object we are calling here, a specific object we are loading. That means if you are calling or specifying a specific object, that means memory consumption will be low, less memory it requires. You are not loading all objects, you are loading only a specific object. In case this module change and version changed, so maybe you can find out which library you require, which object you require. So it is easy to handle, easy to understand. Because of these feature, we will follow this method. This is the thing which will create a problem in future. This module version is changed. Suppose module version 1 we are using usually, and suddenly module v2 comes, so we don't know which library we are using and which will work. So your code will create a problem to you. So star means load all things, whether we have maybe version 2 have my object or not, we don't know. So because of that reason, we will not follow this one, we'll follow this one. And because of this reason, Python is very fast. Python is very, very fast. And I will try to give you the Python for especially operation team Python one block. In that you can use Python in web, you can use Python in console, you can use Python in on the fly. I'll give you access of this. With the help of this, you can run your script at the any time. But there are some certain restrictions and codes are there. We will see later about that. But on the fly, we can run a script. Like I want to copy the data from one location to another location with particular time. Like con job, I want to set, but I don't want to spend my one server for that, continuously loading and processing. So for that on the fly job also we can run at the time of course finish. We will show you how to do these things on the fly job running. You just need to remind me. So remember, there are few things we need to remember here: the path and the module or your object name. So we can go a little bit detail about that. From, you can write in path means package, your package, then import particular module. You can do like that also, no problem. That means importing particular object is also possible. For package 1 dot module 5, suppose 4, from import my object. So this is also possible. That means from this package, you can say in common language, this folder, this is file, and from that file this object means this class I want to get. This is also possible. Example, I'll show you practical example. Data services. Data service, we have one predefined library. From there we want to call data underscore service dot Microsoft underscore SQL dot mod from ABC, whatever we want to access from that. So from here to here, this is complete package, and this is package is called, this is your root package, parent, and then child, and then your module. So this is also possible. So understand the complexity inside what actually they want to tell, the path, and what you want to use the path, whatever you want, and whatever what you want to use. So that's it, we will write here. Okay, any doubt, any question, guys? Let me try with the example also, if you don't have any doubt. I'll take one example. In that example we will try to write a code, and we will try to execute that code. Like example,
You mean to say like that particular data service database, it means that like you are trying to fetch the Microsoft SQL DB from there, right?
right. I'm trying to load the packages, and from that package module, and from that module I have one thing I want to access. So the path I return here. This is complete path I return. So this is completely package, and the last one is module, and this one is my object, or you can say class. No problem. So I'll try with the same example what we are doing here. F1 we are trying to call, right? So we return this thing, but now what we want to do, we want to call it. So we call through this module name. This is simple, but what I need, I want little bit advanced. That means I want to do something which is related to object oriented, whatever we learn. So for that we will create a function or a class. I'll just enhance it again. Account, suppose any name you can give one, account colon the class name and the member. So this is, before it was function, now it become a method. Why? Because it's a member of the class. Now that's it here. And here we will write another file. In this is a function definition we return here, and here I'm trying to call that function definition. So I'll write here from, I need to use from anyhow, and then I will write here the file name. What is my file name? This is my file name. So I'll write this file name. Import what I want. Import account. I will not use this syntax now. Import account, and from that account I will write ACC here, and ACC is equal to account. So this is correct now. Let me try with run this example. No argument, because self we need to specify. Self is important in this case. So so see, this is possible. So this is your model name, means file name, and this is your the class you want to load, the object you want to load. So here maybe we have multiple classes. That means what? It can have multiple classes. Here also we have multiple classes. Account 1, 0, like that we have multiple classes.
Why we use self, Mujahid? Is there any reason?
Self is called yes. If you want to rotate the variable from this class to another, means from this method to another method, that time we use this self. Suppose example I will tell you, def f2 and then self and then colon, and then here I want to try with this I return here suppose comma a, suppose, and here I'll write self dot a is equal to a. This is mine. That means inside self object I can hold anything. So I'm writing my another object x, you can write, no problem, and I'm storing this value here, and now I can access this value from here. Self, I can print this self here directly.
Oh,
Comma self dot x. So rotating the data from one function to another
to another
function.
function.
So that time we use self, one thing, and this is called this keyword. You can say current object. For this class, current object, whatever you want to store, you can get. For this purpose, we use self keyword. Getting my point?
Yeah.
So remember, we need to use self anyhow. Without self, we cannot run program, because we saw an error here. See, here we not specify any argument. So it's saying no argument is specified. Given one, you specified one, but you not given it. So this error will come. So here I can write f2 called some message. So if you want to call particular method, you need to write particular class. It can be any location, not necessary it would be first. It can write any location. Now if you want to call this f2, what you need to do, help me to sort out this type of column. I need to write first I need to write from keyword, then module name. This is my module name, define module and define without .py extension. Then import, I need to write import, and import in that I need to write a class which I want to load. So it will automatically load this file class, and from that class I can write code. So here module name and import and then class. So here my class is changed, so I'll write 0. Why? Because I want to access this member. So I'll write here 0. So then I can call f2 or f1, whatever I like. Getting my point? Any question, any doubt, guys? Any doubt, question? Jagdish?
No.
Ashok, Chaitanya, Jayesh?
No.
No, sir.
Because this is very, very, very important. I'm telling you, very, very, means that means it is depend on all things. Wherever you are going, in which area you are going, we need to understand the module and packages. If you are interested with data science, you should know what is modules and packages. You cannot escape it. It's like a maths. You cannot escape it. And the main thing is what, it will be a huge amount of available packages is available in Python as compared to other languages like Java or PHP or .NET. These packages is more, huge amount of packages is available in Python. Why? Because it's very lightweight, and whatever we want, we will load that one only. So this is the good benefit with Python. So that's why we will follow Python, and it will not take more memory. So because of this reason, it is possible to run on web. It is possible to run on console on the fly. This is only possible when you apply this logic, means a particular object. So this is possible. So we saw basic statement execution, then we saw the function execution and call, and we saw after that a class based things. Okay, any question, any doubt guys? No, right? So this is related to module. Now we will focus on little bit about packages. Packages is already, there are two types of packages, remember. Now we talk about only module. Module means what? Remember, it's like a file, and this like a folder. In general language, it's like a file, and this is folder, and this is your class. That's it. So we saw a file and class. Now we will focus on packages. Packages we don't want to write today, but I want to use existing package, and we want to perform some operation. So I have one thing I need to tell you. We have one package, and that package name is Flask. Flask is basically what? It's like a web server. It's like a Tomcat. It's like a IIS. And this Tomcat and IIS, this is basically server. Server will do all things. So this is already created server, but this is very lightweight server. Remember, lightweight server, and this will not allow all things. And this is also web server, and this is also framework. Framework means a code, you can say packages you written there, all packages related to detail you written there. Who is Ravana? Hello. Our side, anyone?
No.
Okay. We'll see later. So remember, Flask is basically, it's a web server. You can say web server. It's like not a completely like Tomcat and IIS, but in Tomcat and IIS, it's like a software. Remember, it's like a software, and this software only just need to install. Here it is inbuilt software available in this, so it will also contain the same thing whatever we have here. But this is completely software based, and this is completely based on code based web server. Remember, code based web server is like a Node.js. It's like Node.js. I'll tell you what is Node.js. Don't worry about that. But this is self-hosting based server. What we say like that, it is available. And if you want to use this thing, you need to install this package. Install package. It will come under Python only. So Python automatically run this stuff, and then it will get the output directly. I'll show you how to do these things practically. So let me try one thing. Before writing these packages and all things, we will use a package environment. Packages can be run directly, or it can implement through an environment. We need to create an environment. Suppose I want to work in data science project. Consider in data science project, in that what I will do, machine learning project. So I will create one environment of data science env, some name, and then in that I will write numpy and pandas and other stuff. If I want to work on operation side, I need to create environment of operation side, and operation related, administration related packages I will write here, admin2, like that. I will load install here, and I can use it. So from here to here I can switch directly. This is one way which is better. Or another one is what, directly we will install packages, so it will come in your system directly. So this is bad method, but without environment we can also we can create the install the packages. So these installation can be done through different softwares. So today we will see pip. Pip is basically Python installer package. So it's like a package installer. You can say package installer. It's like a yum. You can say yum, or you can say apt, or any control panel, Windows control panel. In control panel, or you can say if you want to remove apps and mobile, like that, it is available. Package manager we have here, and you can package manager, which will install all packages, and we will see how to do these things. So syntax of this package manager is pip space install and your package name, any package name. So here this is the syntax, and if you want to install particular package, you will write install package name, whatever you have your package name, and then equal to version number. So this is the thing we need to know. Suppose if we want to see how many packages we already installed, so we'll write pip list. That will display list of all packages. Install in current environment. Remember, it's like a ls command. You can say it's like an ls command which will display all packages available in your system. So in default current, you can say default or current environment. So let me tell you what is environment. Environment is basically you can say a project, you can say as a project, and in that project we will write some code, like we'll write you can say a folder. In that folder we will create project structure. Structure folder. In that we have all files and folders here. That means it contains support packages and all things. Let me try one example. This can be done through virtual env. Virtual env is basically command. You want to install that command through pip install and virtual env. You can install through this method, and after that you can create your own package environment. So first of all, first step is what we need to install virtual env. Why we want to install virtual env? Because if you want to create or install package, we will install package within an environment, and that environment can be created through virtual env. Virtual env is a tool to create or manage environment. So one thing, this is also one type of package. So for that package you want to create a through pip install. So this we usually use in global side. Global side we will try this thing, and here we have one thing I need to tell you. We will create a virtual environment, and then pip again we will write virtual env and then environment name, any name you will give here, and then activate that environment. Activation we require, activation of particular environment name. Okay, this activation we required, and then you will install your packages. Package name. So you will write pip install package. So with the help of this activation, you will switch to directly particular environment. If you activate another environment, so you will switch to particular environment. So if you see here pip list, you will find only 2 packages. If you switch here and you write switch pip list, so you will find 2 environments here, which is admin1, admin2, like that. So let me try this all things practically. So here we don't have anything. I'll show you dir. I have only folders and files. I'm not worrying about that, folders and files. And here I'm creating, I already installed pip install virtual env. First line I already installed, so no need for me. But next step I need to do it environment and my env, any name you can give. So before writing this thing, you just see here there is no folder and files here we have, and when we execute this, it will try to load all basic and necessary packages whatever we required. Remember, this will load all basic libraries and packages whatever we require to create the particular environment, the base libraries. Okay, so here it will automatically create a folder by using this method, this line virtual env. So what it will do, it will create a folder, and in that folder it will create a folder, and it will make complete a hierarchy structure, folder structure and project. and in that it will create a files and folders, which is important. Now next step, after this we will return this line, and after that we need to activate. So for activation we use the command for environment names. In this case my env is my environment name, /script /activate .bat file. So this is the command which will help us to activate the environment. So I'll directly switch to here. So remember, before activating I'll show you something which is important. Here it will automatically create folder, remember, and it will load all necessary files. So here I got scripts, and this script we have complete Python and all things whatever we required. Pip also we have particular pip and all things. So it's creating, and it will install on necessary packages, setup tools, pip and wheel. These are package name. Okay, so this will install here and it will give it to you in blank environment. So here you will work and you will activate this environment. So before activating I'll just show you here something new. Suppose anywhere, if you try in DOS, if you try anything here, like here I'm trying pip space list, that means list of all packages on current environment. I'm not writing any current environment, so I'm writing directly this name. That means in global environment. If I not activated any environment, it will goes as a global environment, remember. So here if I'm writing pip list, so it will give me thousands of packages available in my system. This is system based list. And if I activate this thing and I try to see here how many packages I use, all things it will show you. This is global package list. Same thing if we try here, if I'll try here pip list, same command. This is just prompt I change, prompt : so it is giving same list, right? Now I'll write my command which is activation related, my env /script/activate .bat, and then it is activated. So here you see this is some special symbol, that means it is activated with this environment. So this is nothing here, that means global environment, and here we have activated my env. So if I see here pip list, now it will not give me bunch of list, it will give me only 2 to 3 packages. This is very important, we need to understand. See, 3 packages only installed here. Why? Whereas here if I type pip list, it will give me list of packages. Can you tell me why?
It is something like within a project, like my environment.
Yes.
If you are trying to list the list of packages, then it will show you the list of packages in the pip, right?
Right. So here it is in particular environment. It is in particular environment, whereas left hand side is basically all global.
You mean to say
this is all
like
depend on what you write command.
It is something like a project. It is something like a project in your. Let us think like if you have Eclipse, it is something like a project that we create in a folder like new project. And
yes. In that, how many libraries you install? So if I install another library 1, library 2. So in this library, in this project, how many libraries I have? These libraries or packages I have. And if I switch from that library to here, it only have 2 libraries. So you can activate and deactivate this environment. This is called an environment. Environment is basically, you can say, is a package or workspace. In as an Eclipse language, we can say workspace. In that workspace, whatever we have, we will store it. And So basically what we understand today, we understand the global packages and activated environment package. So here I will install pip, install and particular package. Here I don't have, remember, I don't have here pip list. If I see here, I don't have Flask here, but pip is very smart, and when I write pip install and Flask, so whatever the predefined packages it require, means dependency packages it require, it automatically install. It's like npm, or you can say it's like apt, sudo apt get install, we will write now. Same thing, it's like that, and it will automatically install all packages related to Flask. It will download this all thing, and you can install and you can run it. So it's collecting, it is downloading whl file, and it will give you all things. Now we want to write some, see, Jinja is required for that. There is one dependency, Jinja markup safe. These all dependencies are it automatically installed. Why? They know which is very important for Flask, so that's why they install these all things. We only told them to install Flask, but they install these all things. So now if I see here pip list, how many things I'll get? Multiple, maybe 4 to 5. Yes, click Flask, it's dangerous, Jinja, markup save. These packages already installed because of Flask, because Flask will is depends on these all packages. So what is Flask? Flask is web server and lightweight web server, and it's also called framework. And the basic benefit of Flask is what it will create our own server on the fly. I'll show you how to write a Flask code. Not today because time is over now. We'll see tomorrow how to create a Flask based application and run this application in our environment. Okay.
So you mean to say like using Flask, we can write a let us think. I mean, I'm just thinking of a small example. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You mean to say like connect to a DB and get and run one query and display it in a like HTML page. We can do that using Flask. That's what you mean to say, right? Like
It's not complete thing. In enterprise level, we will not do all thing in one Flask, because
okay.
Flask is the main thing of Flask is what it will create a web environment. It will create like a REST based applications. REST based application we can
Like
create with the help of Flask.
REST
So,
API, a small REST API. You mean to say, right?
REST API, yes, REST based API. HTTP
Okay.
verbs we will use here. HTTP verbs are basically get, post, these all things we can